Watch. Gutfeld nukes Jessica Tarlov for both sides spin on political violence. He goes absolutely berserk on her, and rightfully so, because there is no both sides violence. We all know the left are the crazies, the ones that's committing all these terroristic threats and violence, and torching people vehicles and burning down businesses. I mean, this is not happening on the right. It's only coming from one side, the leftists, the crazy leftists, the Democrats. We know this. And Gutfeld call her out on her BS. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna play the clip. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from PJ Media, and they report that on Monday's episode of The Five on Fox News Channel, Greg Gutfeld destroyed co-host Jessica Tarlov for having the audacity, like so many on the left, to make the both sides argument on political violence in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I mean, I'm just gonna play the clip. I'm not even gonna read it. Let's just get right to the clip. This is crazy. He goes off, and right, like I said, rightfully so, because I don't know why she can say that it's the both sides that's the problem. No, it's not. Here we go.
Yes, we don't need it. What is interesting here is why is only this happening on the left and not the right? That's all we need to know. There's absolutely no cognitive.
What about Melissa Hortman that we just talked about?
You want to talk about Melissa Hortman? Did you know her name before it happened? None of us did. None of us were spending every single day talking about Mrs. Hortman. I never heard of her until after she died.
She doesn't matter?
Don't play that bullshit with me. You know what I'm saying is there was no demonization, amplification about that woman before she died. It was a specific crime against her by somebody who knew her. The same. Now you could bring up Josh Shapiro, but then you will not bring up, for example, that was a pro-Palestine person. So don't use your. What about this? The fact of the matter is the both sides argument not only doesn't fly. We don't care. We don't care about your both sides argument. That shit is dead. For one thing, there is no cognitive dissonance on our side. On your side, your beliefs do not match reality. So you're coming up with these rationalizations like, what about this? Or what about that? We're not doing that because we saw it happen. We saw a young, bright man assassinated, and we know who did it. We are not coming up with rationalizations. We are calm, we are honest, and we are resolute. We're not defensive, and I understand the defensiveness. I understand why people are saying, what about this and what about this? Because if you have to face the underlying fact to this, your life is going to fall apart because you're going to realize you're not the good guys. If you sat around and you defended the mutilation of children, you're not the good guys. If you sat 600, 700 cases of harassment against Republicans and you said, but what about this? What about this? And then you see this murder after calling somebody a fascist, you realize maybe I'm not the good guy. That is a hell of a realization to deal with. So Therefore, you have to grasp at rationalizations. You don't have to do that, Jessica. They do. I don't believe you're part of that group, but why the hell do you have to mimic and echo that crap to us? He was a patsy. That guy was a patsy. He was under the hypnotic spell of a direct-to-consumer nihilism, the trans cult, and you know that. If you can decide that biology is false, you can agree that murder is okay and that humanity is expendable. How you cannot see that alone and see that for what the evil it is without having to attach all of these other things is beyond me.
I just want to be clear. I want to let people speak. I in no way.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna let her answer that, respond to that. But man, he dropped some bombs on there. Like that's why I called the Democrat Party, I called the left the party of death. They're a death cult. He just echoed everything I've been saying over the years. You know, they're pro murdering babies. They're pro mutilation of children. I mean, look at everything that they're for, man. These people are evil. And a lot of people are finding out with the celebration of Charlie. People are celebrating the death of a man with a family. Democrats are fleeing, jumping ship. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe these people are celebrating the death of someone because they don't like what he was saying. That's the state of the left right now. These people are terrible. And anyone that defends this is just as bad. I mean, like, I just don't get it. Like, there's a lot of people in this world that I don't like. I have a disdain for a lot of these elites that I don't like. But I would never, ever, 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 ever wish them be assassinated or celebrate their death or anything like that. There's plenty of people that died over the years that I disagree with. I never speak ill of these people. Like, I don't understand. I mean, look at the evil that are in these people to be celebrating this, man. And the both sides argument is just ridiculous. It's only coming, the violence and stuff is only coming from one side. Now you can't make up stuff that's not happening. Wow. Let me see her retort to this. Let's see her response to this. Here we go. Oops. Here we go.
Intended at all to minimize what happened to Charlie. I was horrified by it. I have not been on the five
but
since
the two
then,
sides argument, well, it's like pig Latin to a duck.
No. All that I was saying is could we have all of the information before you just say they did this? Because that is a broad brush to paint with this. And this kid
Let's have a conversation.
No.
Charlie had a conversation. He got shot. Look, I'm sorry, Jessica. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You weren't here for a week. You came in here and it's cold. And I'm sorry, but this is a story that is immune to news cycles. It's immune to rationalizations. It's immune to bias. This thing is with us for good. And we all have to deal with that. So that means we can't live by the same arguments that you might be reading about relativism among the media. We can't deal with those stories. It doesn't matter. The media is dead to us on this story. They built this thing up. We're dealing with it. We're going to act. We don't care what the whataboutism is anymore. That shit's dead.
It's dead.
For the swearing as well. I apologize to the American public. I'm going to shut up for the rest of the show.
It's dead. He's right. It's dead. The whataboutism is dead. There is no whataboutism. They are terrorists. The left is a bunch of terrorists, man. He's right. The left can cry both sides until they're blue in the face, but Americans see through it. Political violence isn't coming from the right. It's being excused, rationalized, and even stoked by the left's rhetoric. I mean, think about it. They call us Hitler. They call us all types of phobes and all these other things, and fascists and all of these things. These are dog whistles. These are saying like, oh, these people are bad, so they get what they deserve. We can do whatever we want. We can destroy their property. We can assassinate them because they're bad people. This is what the left believes. Now it's not the time for deflection. It's time for accountability. And voters will remember exactly who shrugged off the murder of Charlie Kirk when it matters most. 2016 election is coming soon, and it's going to be a reckoning for Democrats at the polls. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.